You're tuning into the Black House Fire Radio, and you're listening to Yes Massive Wagwan. Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother, they are reaching out to all the massive on the African continent, and you're tuning into the Pan African Beach Show.
That's what these people thought, but the trunk came through. Cause even from the very start, the kid knew what to do. Then he the kids march by the way that he moved. Then he started doing shows and started making the news. Making friends from all them shows and them dope interviews. And best believe he always killed it like he already knew. The blueprint to this game before he already knew. But at the core of the matter, mind's a beast in the booth. And that's the one thing you folks can't deny is the truth. Cause every time he's on the beat, he's always bringing the move. I mix with the beat, over trip from the pursuit. I got some baddies, eat my dick and say, hey baby boo. I bought a chick that over weekend, baby, was making you. She bouncing like a trampoline, mess she reach for the moon. Then I get her on her knees so she could swallow this food. I got some members who don't chop, but even matter of food. I know they wanna figure life, I hope you know that me too. I'm on this fucking on this beats like the Shrek being built. I'm ready, I know we did it. Cause I'm feeling good. Don't just bother move. Cause I'm feeling good, baby. Don't just bother move. Got me in the zone, it's like I learned from the masseuse. You can tell me nothing, still the mill will never lose. Tell me what it is, oh, tell me what it do, baby. Tell me what it do.
Back on my feet, check it back on the receipt. Go through the things, check it, bloodline na TV. Tin drop, ini instrumento to your things, switch systems inafanya tunapatna kwa meetings. Nanda kima kama pasta, wajiji kandokuya ni msupa, kipasta na jistu. Biashara ni kwa simu kama hasla kamiti. Lokaronga, kasa, backlands na isich. Kumeza nyama choma juu ya taska, baridi, misi jali ya tinani ndio top scorer kwa ligi. Scientist ndani ya lab flow na discover ni mbichi. Hii kama combination ni basket na Da Vinci. 10 years slip na nyim na ngoja ni sink. Squeeze me na dishi meza moja na kings. Unadhani wananiita jina bossman kwa nini? Tuna inspire wakidi all over the city. King disease, kila drop mazishi. Kutoka 17 bini dani talks na beamings. Mamblena wanachoka wanawashwa vile naishi. Kitufanya misi lali ni kuamisha mtama mwiki.
Don't just bother move, cause I'm feeling good, baby, don't just bother move. Got me in the zone, it's like I learned from the masseuse. You can tell me nothing, still the mill will never lose. Tell me what it is, oh, tell me what it do, baby, tell me what it do.
Yes, good afternoon, family. Good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Grand rising to everyone who's listening to us all the way from diaspora. Karibuni sana to yet another beautiful conversation of the Pan-African Blue Show. This is the media of the 21st century, the Black Hot Fire Network radio station. 20 minutes past the top of the hour. Today we are a little bit late. Our lights have been literally super crazy since... For the past two months, literally, it has been super crazy. They just came back, and we want to do this as quick as possible as we get to catch up with the weekend and, of course, what has been happening politically, and where I shall be bringing you an amazing conversation. Today, we shall be going as we get to understand where do vanilla pods or the vanilla taste. Vanilla itself, where does it come from? I'd love to hear from majority of my audience if you guys have any information about this. Are you aware of where the vanilla? Personally, I'm a lover. I'd say I'm a lover of vanilla taste. Anything vanilla, whether a cake, yogurt, ice cream. I love vanilla so much. But it broke my heart learning this weekend where the vanilla taste or essence where it comes from, because majority of us do assume that it comes from the vanilla pods, but apparently this is all misinformation. I shall be getting into details as I get to share a video which explains majority of all this information, where the vanilla taste itself, where it comes from. And apparently, actually, I didn't also know that the vanilla pods are the most super second expensive spices also in actually globally. So we shall be learning actually about its production, its benefits, and also how many people are aware of the thing that it contains inside. So karibuni sana, that is our conversation for the day. We shall also discuss what is happening in that is in the western parts of Africa, about the Alliance Sahel states, including Mali, what it is battling with. Remember that for the past few months it's been super hectic for the country, including also Niger, where they're being attacked left, right, and center by unknown jihadists. We know, of course, what this is all about. We shall also talk about where the UN General Assembly is approving the blueprint to actually talk or discuss about the global threats, and we shall see how effective is this to African people, because I can see only African leaders are the ones who are running their mouth literally here. We don't have any European talking about how their countries are affected. Instead, they're talking about literally how African countries should be the ones much more focused on when you talk about the global threats. You know, this is about the climate change, and also they're talking about not only about the climate change, there's something else they shall mention, which also took my attention over there. We shall talk about that. And also, last but not least, Kenya, which is expected to send the remaining 600 troops to Haiti. Remember, we had so far 400 who are deployed, but I told you the number is not 4, because remember, we've had reports coming before the 400 who are deployed. Kenya had signed and received funds to deploy 1,000 troops, including Benin, which also contributed into also deploying 2,000 troops. We have Jamaica, we have Chad, and so many other African countries are contributing into the destabilization of other African countries. So today, Kenya is expected to send the remaining 600, that is after the first batch of the 400 who arrived in Haiti. They have been doing nothing apart from praying and, of course, being taught French. We've seen also the UN General Assembly and the UN members of board talking about how they need to actually execute these troops and include the UN peacekeepers instead, because they think like they made a wrong decision. So karibuni sana, that is our top discussion for the day, and of course hope you guys get to enjoy this amazing discussion right here. I began with that amazing jam right there, that is B-Mix with the Masseuse, released just a few days ago. Check out his new EP, was actually just here this morning before the lights went out on us on the Vibe Show with Shmani, and he was literally giving you guys details of what the EP is all about, which is his favorite jam over there. Personally, so far, I love me, the Masseuse featuring Danny Intronics. And of course, happy birthday to also Danny Intronics. Is our amazing videographer, video editor right here. And today being his birthday, we wish him an amazing one. I shall go back to with one of his jams featuring Asano Afrocentric, and of course, hope you guys get to enjoy this one. Come back with the quote of the day as we get started with today's debate, because I'm excited about the vanilla essence part, the vanilla pods and everything. Because what?
Yes, Danny talks. Yeah, never been easy to do this.
Big up to Loyal.
For years to kisaka.
Thank you so much for tapping the screen.
Shout
out to you, Joshua.
Namafala wanashin.
Big up to everyone on the radio,
Funny Nico Gigi.
on the website,
Never sees me.
on Rumble,
Pepata Brothers.
on Spotify.
Nothing in this life can compare to the music.
Big up to 6956.
Futuristic. Niaje nyi mnashindwa niko wera.
Everyone on Twitter.
Tani mina.
Hope you guys had a beautiful weekend, by the way.
Walking
Welcome to today's discussion.
Chinde rada spatikani Snapchat ama TikTok. Busy gani kubwa mafutani shinda Bitcoin. Squeezy hadi picha na nipisha bei ya crypto. Kuwa sidongi kama kongo siyo beneficial. Eri ni nyamaza design ya Jose Mourinho. Yes kama sita wanashindwa niko wapi. Wananitegea Insta ni kule wanjapi. Pepo wanga safi hadi si hadi marashi. Still na maintain social distance na warazi. Wasoro wako busy analyzing. Wanashindwa mimi nataka sifa ama ganji. Isipojipa leo tunajaribu siku next. Na kasi important isikoi tuma chest.
Janya wani baki mimi na changa chemi chongo. Chausa chekufura. Ona sasa goga Sifuja milango nataka mbali kishujaa waliopezi nafuatilia mipango cause I got my eyes on the prize na lazima nice nikifikia level self discipline nazidi push I'm never giving in season ya mapishi kama liha abi seasoning napambana daily reason being staki waje wanicheke for the moda mission G na haki kabla toke mtaa wangani wengi mola niepushe na mabalaa wanasugwa benchi na kinukisha kila mtaa na mwanga flavor flani tamu wezi kukinai hada wende kula moto blocks on fire nimekaza kama board pekuja na pliers I got the hats in a bank shout out to Mordecai sio tabia tu my brother na chenjani die na wanangu mpaka Shanzu Kibera mpaka Lamu Koshela Rosambu na Bangu Mbeni kwa tela watamu tumtwapa kwa braza detela kwa kibeni bado niko jaya kama wanipaki nimechanga mchongo.
Yes, and of course, welcome back to yet another beautiful conversation. To everyone who's just tuning in, 27 minutes past the top of the hour. My name is Joby. For those who are here for the first time, a quick shout out to everyone live with us on YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok. Shout out to the loyal, shout out to Joshua, shout out to 69, shout out to Ken Mora. Shout out to you, everyone live with us also on Rumble, on the show page, on the TV, on the radio, on Spotify, wherever you get to catch this live from. And in case this is your first time, I'd love to urge you to download our app, which is very easy to find on the Google Play Store. Just rush to the Google Play Store in case you are an Android user, and of course, you search for Black Hot Fire Network. You'll find us right there. And of course, once you have the app, it doesn't require you to log in, but you can log in to be able to explore much of our amazing features because we have amazing merchandise, we have amazing beverages, nutrients, vitamins that are literally very helpful for you. In case you are working out, actually, this is for you. Gel Mosquito and the rest tap into this. You can also actually purchase some amazing products for your lady, your mother, your sister, anybody that you claim you love. Surprise them and let them stay healthy and of course happy. Karibuni sana once again. Hope you guys had a beautiful weekend. Mine was fantastic. I can't complain. Not really super busy this weekend. I was just resting in the house with one of my co-mates, one of my workmates, literally colleague. We were just chilling during the weekend. Nothing much. Movies, cleaning, and all that. But I'd love to hear from you guys. How did you get to spend your weekend? And of course, during the weekend, I learned a lot, and I can't wait to share this information day by day. But I'm so excited to share this information about the vanilla. Maybe this is new to me, and maybe all of you are gonna be like, Joby, we already knew this information. This is not. This is only new to you. Maybe in a third world, like it is considered, we are not so much tapped into so much information. I mean, it's been recent, and through the years, I've been learning how they have tampered with our foods, how we know things like the baby formula products, how bad they are, but it's not what literally they advertise. When you look at the advertisement, I love the way these people sell their products and make it viable, and that's how the world has been able to feed on chemicals and all that, because the advertisement is so good, makes you believe that actually this is so beneficial, this is save timing, it's gonna save time for you, because I believe most of the people escape breastfeeding because either, I don't know why majority of the women right now are escaping breastfeeding. I don't understand. I do know majority of the time, so those who could escape breastfeeding, it's either your boobs are so painful. When you're trying to feed a kid, it's too painful. You can't handle that. So you need to pump the milk out or give them the baby formula products. Back then, we didn't have the pumping milk bottles. They're just so recent with time being and things, technology also advancing. This one we've seen the pumping of this. As for me, okay, I'm gonna say also as for me, because I'm not sure. Maybe all these things are new in Africa, but I didn't grow up personally seeing the breast pumping bottles or whatever you want to call them. We used to have the baby formula products, which were so easy for the mothers to give their children and all that. But there's so much information that I've learned during this weekend. That is all I'm saying. And I can't wait to share this about the vanilla. But before we get into that, of course, I'm going to start with Kenya and my very own country, what is happening. And we know that Kenya did receive some funds. That was the starting of this year, the end of last year. That is for them to deploy troops to Haiti. Haiti is one of the countries that has been facing so much destabilization coming and being funded by the Western nations, of course, the people in power, the countries which are puppet countries as well, but have much more power than the other puppet countries who have less power. And I'm talking about Africa and also looking at the US, China, India, Japan, literally how they run their things. Using that algorithm of, should I say an algorithm, or using that statement that Nigerian guy was breaking it down. If you look at the Mexican woman, the Indian woman, the Asian woman, all of them, their men have done something. But if you come to Black American and African woman, it's totally different. So in Haiti, of course, we know who's funding the destabilization of this country. We know what this destabilization of the country is all about. We've had a group of people who have been labeled as gangs, and they have been trying to save the country. And we know the leader of the gang is Barbecue, and this guy's been trying to have talks with the government, trying in different ways, trying to literally not make the situation super tense, but they have refused to. Instead, they have decided to include other African countries and support this destabilization of this country. Because I'm so literally so grateful to be able to understand the misinterpretation we have on the mainstream media. Because if I was literally not educated about how the mainstream media and who are benefiting in this, I'd be like, yeah, for real, we really do have the gangs in Haiti. Haiti does require Kenyan troops to be there, because that is majority of the information we're getting from our Kenyan brothers on the streets. If you ask them, do you understand why we need to send the troops to Haiti? They're like, yeah, this is going to happen to Kenya maybe one day, so we're going to call our Haitian brothers to come to Kenya and help us. But literally, you can see the misinterpretation of information and how information has been passed so wrong and people misunderstand it. So I'm glad to be in a position personally to be able to understand all this. And like also majority of our journalists being honest, because it is super, super a lot. But Kenya, that was a few months ago after receiving the funds, which I remember there's a time Keith was having a conversation right here. Shout out to you, Keith. I see you on TikTok. He was having a conversation right here with Demore some time back that Kenya didn't receive funds and all that, but Kenya did receive funds. And this is why it's a must for them to deliver the troops. However way, whether they did receive the funds or not, but I'm sure, and I did read the articles, they did receive the funds. They distributed their first batch of the 400 troops, because it's 1,000, a total is 1,000. We have 600 remaining who are supposed to be deployed today. If not, we did this during this week. So they're saying that Kenya has pledged to send 600 more police officers to Haiti in the coming weeks to help fight gangs controlling much of the capital, Port-au-Prince, and that is nearby areas. To bring the Kenyans contingent deployed increasement since June to help the Caribbean nation beleaguer the police force up to.
They're not there to help no Caribbean nation.
We know that. Karibu Sana.
Asante Sana, the lights came back on.
Yeah, they just came back a few minutes ago.
Like,
they went off when you were going on our artists. Come on, kid.
going on and on. No, that's how an interview's supposed to go. It's supposed to be all nice, you guys. Same way the Breakfast Club did Tyler. It's supposed to be a goddamn interview. And the same way Shimani used to interview. When Shimani first came, Shimani used to be all mean to the damn artist. That's cap. You're nothing but cap. I'm like, damn, that's about me. I said he was talented. That's talking about me. Shimani used to go crazy. Shimani used to go crazy on artists. I'm just asking questions, all right? So please, y'all, we don't even try it.
Karibu Sana, how was the weekend?
Sunday Sana. Shit, it was good. It was long. All I did was sleep. Shit, I didn't do.
Rested this weekend. This week, at least you've gotten lots of rest,
Yeah, shit, I was home for since Wednesday. Left out home for like 3 days. Like, hell yeah.
Karibu
But
Sana.
anyway,
About what is happening, of course, Kenya deploying the remaining 600 troops. They did deploy the first batch that was on June, as you can hear from the article. And before the 400 troops, also we had a few batch who had been deployed, because remember there is those who died on their way to Haiti, and the
You always get your flunkies to support white supremacy, white power. Haiti's all fucked up because the white man wanted it. White man came and stole it, and it got resources in Haiti. You see, the beach results are still up in Haiti. Where's barbecue and all these beach resorts where all these white people running around, swimming and having a good time? Where they at there? But see, in order for they're dealing with a criminal class of psychopaths. White people are psychopaths. So they believe they got to steal everybody else's resources, then justify it. Oh, look at these poor dumb niggas now.
I'm about tonight. I'm gonna share an amazing. This weekend I come with a lot of information. I have I've learned a lot during this weekend, literally. But tonight I'm gonna share something very interesting regarding the Black history. There's this Black woman. I can't remember her name, but she's trying to bring up a documentary of the majority of the states where Black people are living, how they went through devastating moments, including the bombings and all that. But we have white people on the internet saying we need to cancel this documentary the same way we've canceled Black people over and over again. So it's crazy to see. Literally, it's on our faces right now, and anyone who cannot see the enmity, the animosity, the anger, the hate that white people have had towards us, but it has been so filtered. It is right now in front of our faces. We need to cancel Black people the way we've been doing it for over the years. I mean, the audacity. So Black people should just stay in the dark, never learn about anything that happened to their people, because that is what it's
Well,
showing.
we're showing that white people, they know what they've done. They don't want to accept. They want
Of
black people. You're
course.
supposed to be on the bottom, Joe. They're supposed to be able to steal, kill from you, and you're
I feel
supposed to accept
they
it
are
and do nothing
scared.
about it.
They are
Huh?
scared. That is why they are so scared. These people are so scared because we outnumber them. That is just the
Of
truth.
course, you
Because they
outnumber them, but you don't
Mhm,
have no unite. But you're not united. Your
mhm.
numbers haven't done nothing for you. Hell, look at the South Africans. They're African, so they outnumber the white people in South Africa, but the white people treat them like shit. Too bad, because brutal a brutal dispensation. Doesn't
I
know
feel
how when people treat them bad like you do. Say,
I
I'm not going to deal with it. You'll just let
mhm.
people walk all over
I feel like South Africa is one of the countries we should not even have on debate right now, because
them.
other countries are trying to save themselves. A country that we should much focus on, which is the largely populated, is Nigeria. How can Nigeria be understand unity? But I do believe slowly they are, because I kind of feel with the NSAS demonstration, which killed led to the killing of so many people, so many a lot of bloodshed. And looking at the recent demonstration, the way people were moving with unity was so crazy. Like bullets, tear gas were being thrown in the middle of the crowd, but they were not running away like the way we could see Kenyans dispatching, being scared. I feel like Nigeria, being the most populated country, the focus should start there on the top, as much as we are trying to do it as well. We should understand this is the most populated country. Like you've made me understand before, the influence comes from there. This is why we can see from Nollywood how they promoted the bleaching whole thing, and it worked. It has affected so many Africans right now. This is why we have the cancer rates, the cancer cases now amongst Black people, or in Africa to be specific, so high, because they managed to promote this in a very most populated country with a platform. They are the ones funding, because I didn't know actually Nollywood was being funded by France and all that. So it is amazing to see Africa rising, and I do believe once we have the unity, I agree with you, we're gonna conquer. So it has to start from the top. Until we have that, we have a long way to go. This way we're gonna still keep on seeing the xenophobic behaviors, not understanding we are the same people historically, and all that. It is crazy. But going back to Kenya, They're saying that yes, Kenya asked to send 600 more police officers to Haiti in the coming weeks to help fight the gangs controlling much of the capital city, that is Port-au-Prince, and that this could bring a Kenyan contingent deployed increasement since June to help the Caribbean nations belegao the police force up to 1,000. And during the visit of the country, Kenya President William Ruto also said he supported the current Kenya-led security mission in a full United Nations peacekeeping operation. A whole coon, you can tell, is in the UN, of course, talking about this. He can't talk about this in his own country because he knows in the room today he's standing, we have journalists, we have young people questioning every move he's making. Ruto is not having any peace right now, trust me. Like, for real, for real. He's facing so much criticisms. Interviews is going, people are questioning him about the number of deaths of the people who died during the demonstration peacefully and all that. So I am so glad to see, number one, that happening, but this is so alarming to see that even if these troops wanted to say no, they wouldn't. I don't know how many of them have been bribed because of the poverty where they come from, maybe because of their family members, and because also Kenya has received funds. The fact that these coons have received money and pocketed, you're gonna have to do the job. I don't know, Keith, is there contracts that are signed when you get into military? Like, I think you told me you can't escape a mission, something like that. Okay, we lost Mr. Blackwoodfire over there, but I think he told me there's, if not contracts, I do believe there's contracts signed, when you get into a military mission. So you can't just leave. If
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, couldn't get my sound must went out. Just saying, no, because no, when you get in the military, you're really a slave to the military itself. You can't do what you want to do. You got to follow orders. They dictate whether the orders are bad orders or not. You're there.
Like for you, when you get into the marine, right?
Yeah.
Did you work, like, did you have a contract you're gonna work for 7 years or 5 years or?
Yeah, it's the time period. The time period you're gonna be in. Yeah, you got it's Marine Corps. You go for 4 years or 6 years, and then you can go back in again, ask for another 4, another 6. Unless you do something crazy and they throw your ass out and throw you in jail. Unless you try to go AWOL. Because military have their own prisons. It's called military prison. Let's say you kill somebody you weren't supposed to kill. You go to military prison.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. You can't just be going at wartime. You're not allowed just to go shoot people that you want to shoot. Goes against the law. But we know a lot of time at wartime, they don't prosecute those people because they want them to do those things. But you got all this rape and shit in wartime. All this rape and all this shit. Do this, Joby. Look this up. Say images of the U.S. military abusing the Iraqi citizens in Abuja. How the fuck do you spell Abuja? It was heinous.
U.S. military abusing
Iraqi, IRAQ, Iraqi, probably IARIQ, Iraqi citizens at Abuja, or just say in prison, in prison. There should be a whole bunch of pictures with your war crimes and them putting sticks in their ass.
Wow.
Yeah, you probably see like dogs doing all kind of wicked shit. See how you must be seeing some of it because I see in your face.
Yep. I see this one. This one doesn't have an eye or something. The eye is attacked. This one seems to be bleeding on the eye or something. Damn.
Yeah, they were raping them. They were raping them with goddamn sticks. They were got to walk around like dog. Had them eating shit. Had them This is the Army. This is the U.S. Army. It wasn't the Marine Corps, but this shit right here is supposed to be illegal. That was supposed to be illegal. All that shit they doing is supposed to be illegal, but they still did it. None of them crackers went to jail. Those are war crimes.
I mean, this is it. Okay, if I can maybe compare it, if it's gonna make sense, isn't this the same thing the Israelis are doing it in Palestine?
Exactly, Joby, even worse. Exactly. But who controls the American military? The Israelis. That's why they did it. That's why that shit, you already connected the dots without even trying to connect the dots. That's who controls the American military. That's why those atrocities were done. And that's why you see it happening in Gaza right now on a much more, a deadly level. Exactly. Exactly.
Crazy. Yeah, because I see the gang raping. I don't know even how these images are here because it looks like sort of like a gang rape.
Yeah. They were
Shit.
raping people, Joby. They were course hurting people. They were torturing people and shit. They were
Hmm.
cutting off people's ball sacks and shit. All kind of vicious shit. But they wouldn't tell you about their fake ass Jesus. And white people so good. They don't put that on their movies and their propaganda. Everything you see, white people are always good. They're always great. All that propaganda shit they give you when they the ones brutalizing the planet. Now remember, we invaded Iraq. Iraq ain't do nothing to nobody, Joby.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was the Jews who blew up 9/11, and most of these white people know it now.
Mm-hmm.
They did 9/11, not no damn Aryans. They did the shit. They blew up them fucking towers. But
It's
since they
being
don't,
related because I was seeing a certain video of the 9/11 prediction. It's on the Simpsons. It's on the Batman on certain an
they just
American.
they just
It's
told you what's gonna happen. They didn't say who did it. They just said, yeah,
yeah,
they predict that it was gonna happen. They didn't say
how it was going to happen.
who's behind.
How
Yeah, they just predicted how because they knew who owns the media, Joe B.
same
Who owns
people
the media? Yeah. So of course you can. It's not a prediction. It's a goddamn revocation. Say that's what we're gonna do.
because of effect. Yep.
It's not a prediction if you own the fucking media and you gonna be the one to do it. So shit. You just
Crazy.
admitting you just goddamn admitting doing it.
It's and that's this the same thing. As much as in Africa they can't do it so brutally like they did in South Africa and Rwanda, and also maybe in Iraq, raping and all that. Still, this is the same shit they keep on doing in different ways. They invade. They're the funders. They are literally the whole program. Making
Yeah,
us think, where is this coming from? How did this start? And then they start calling this because as we get to move on, I want to talk about the UN, which is now talking, that is the General Assembly, talking about how the blueprint is going to address the global threats. They start now mentioning them, global threats. They're the same people funding the wars, the same people killing people, the same people
exactly.
producing bad foods, genetically modified food, the same people promoting the disease so that you can continue
Exactly.
eating them, then they call them the global threats. Because let's listen to what the UN General Assembly
He's
had to
a
say. And
psycho. You got a group of psychopaths that run the world, Joe. And sad enough, the African is an idiot. They've already had the technology, guys. I got us and Joe this video. Shout out to the white boy. I told you any billionaire that Joby and Cam and something out there great. No, any billionaire is a criminal because they stole your labor to make them rich, and they want to keep you impoverished. The world has enough technology, as I told Airtime and Shamani. There should be no poverty on the planet if it was a just planet because all the technology exists to make everybody live decently today. All the money, all the wealth is there.
Mhm.
But since white people, especially Jays, are psychopaths, they want it all for themselves. Rob, steal, kill. Rob, steal, kill. So when you look at these niggas at this UN, they're just window dressing. These motherfuckers are morons. They're
Yep.
just to be laughed at.
If you listen here, I mean, we know who who this interest is going to serve, like it has been doing for the longest time. The same people we're talking about who are using their fellow puppets, because it's crazy how when you look at also these general assemblies, Biden, these are all puppets. I mean, we just have puppets in
It's
front
a
of our
waste of
eyes
time.
who act like they have power, but the real power is not even seen, not known,
Exactly.
hidden. But let's listen to this video, what this guy has to say.
The United Nations General Assembly on Sunday approved a 42-page pact that will steer global leaders and countries towards common unity in addressing major issues. The pact will address the 21st century's challenges that include climate change and
Climate
Oh,
change.
see, some more the same old bullshit. Exactly. Eliminate some more bullshit. Why is the UN, why the UN, and then these niggas say, why the UN stop the colonial powers from exploiting Africans? Why does people die in the Congo digging in holes if the UN is there to help? Every African, as Dr. Erica, I've been said before, she said it, should be out of the UN, because the UN is a farce. It's to back the powers that you cannot see. The UN's never done shit for nobody at no time. It was there to make a one world government so these people behind the scenes could come to the forefront and say, now we got control of the whole goddamn planet. And you'll do what the fuck you're told to do when you're told to do it by depopulating you. Because remember, the UN's numbers are lies. There are no 8 billion motherfuckers on this planet. Everything they tell you is a lie because the people that created it are the same motherfuckers that run the planet.
Exactly.
Ain't no 8 billion, ain't no 8 billion people, ain't no billion Indians. You go do the numbers in every damn city, and that ain't the numbers, it's a lie. The older,
Sorry,
Joby.
there's a time I was saying that when they were reporting about the same UN, reporting about the number of people have been displaced because of drought, flood, and all that. The numbers, majority of the times, are so exaggerated. And I kind of felt, if you look at the UN, and the UN peacekeepers who have been so active in Africa, I mean, it's the same people, the same board members, they have been so active in Africa, the same people giving us the data of how things are occurring, which effect is taking place, how they should come in, bring help.
What conflict in Africa have they helped? Not that it was raping kids, raping women, stealing money, stealing resources, because that's what the UN was designed to do. It was never designed. That fake ass shit about them designed to help people is a lie. As you see, look, Joby played some of that bit. It's called the African Stream. The African Stream has been taken down everywhere.
They took it down. You realize, yep, they took it down.
They took it down off of YouTube, took it down off of Facebook, same thing we do. And then you got Anthony Blinken came out and said, oh, these guys are teaching evil and backed by Putin because they're now talking about African and teaching Africans, these are your enemies, morons. This is what's going on. So I told you, Africa being the wealthiest continent, us talking African continent, African content and unity and having Africans wake up, understand what's going on, that's a threat to white power. So they've been taken down everywhere. African Stream. And they're mild.
I thought it was only on our Instagram because I always follow them on our Instagram, right? And when I share videos, I always have them on the corner, like the first video. Like, because I always look at what they post every day to see what I can share on the show today. And I looked, that was, I think, on Friday or Thursday. I'm like, I can see these people. And I was like, maybe I'm hallucinated or something, but I'm gonna check later. Then I checked on my phone too, on my page, right? I'm Africa Stream. These people are nowhere to be found. I'm like, God.
They were taken down on all of them on YouTube. That's how I know you own all of it. They were taken down at the same time on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on the other. Like they said, they're just gonna try to be on Rumble. And it's still up on TikTok right now, but they're going to get banned on that shit too. Of course, I got censored on both pages on TikTok Saturday night. Every time I go live on TikTok, I get banned. Every fucking time. I ain't did a show on that shit. And I think, at least 5 months where the show ain't got fucking taken down. I'm suspended for a week. Every fucking show. Because I told you, Friday, who actually runs this planet. I told you that Fucking P Diddy is just a peon. He's a fucking nobody. They
this why
don't
we
get rid of his ass, huh?
this why we don't even see people on TikTok us ourselves too, unless the people have really followed us, and even for them, they don't get notifications like they used to. Because
No.
someone
I
like
mean, but
Mzales, they come here on YouTube, or when they come on TikTok, they're like, we don't get notifications on TikTok anymore. I'm like, God damn, we already
no.
shadow banned for real.
Yeah, you shadow ban, of course. Because the truth is being told. You listen, the fight has always been for Africa. You're wealthy. That's why Africans, I think the Africans have been so behind, so stupid, so childlike. I told them more, so childlike. Why do you think the African, unless you know as much as you know, Joby, you would know that the African is a child in the head. The African's been made a child in the head, Joby. He's a child. You don't know how the fucking world works. You don't know what the hell is going on. And that benefits the powers of the planet so they can keep raping and stealing Africa. Like you said, when you guys should go gold mining and the Negroes will give up their gold. Probably the gold's probably worth $5,000. The white man give them like $7. Here you go, goofy nigga. Here go your $7. Ooh, I give me some to drink. I give me some illicit brew. Ooh, yeah.
So let me
So,
wind up this video very quickly
go
here.
ahead, Joby.
We get to move on to the next one.
Artificial intelligence to escalating conflicts and increasing inequality and poverty.
Is slide 79. Our summit of the future has given us a pact. The pact for the future just adopted
It could have been
represents our
poverty.
pledge
This is
not
all.
only to address immediate crises, but lay the foundations for a sustainable, just, and peaceful global order for all peoples and nations.
People's
The
nation.
commitments
I'm a
embodied
goofy
in the
nigga. They're
pact
not
and its
listening to me
annexes
because I have no
reflect the
power.
collective will of member states and must guide our actions and encourage us to promote international peace and security,
Which they have been trying for so long. This is the same place where Ruto is from, talking about how he's going to ensure the 600 remaining troops are going to be deployed. All the coons, the puppets are right there, as you should. The master called, we need to
Exactly.
excuse me.
Democracy when somebody's a president for 50 years in a democracy, 30 years, 40 years. So, whenever you're not doing their business when they come in, how many damn coups have Ibram Toure faced? 7, 8, 9, 10? Because he's trying to make Africa for African people, which you're not allowed to do. There should be no poverty in Africa. See, you're not supposed to know there's an African. That you're not even supposed to have poverty in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
You come so accustomed to it, you think this is the norm. You're on the richest continent on the world. There should ever be no poverty. Okay, if there's poverty around the world, fuck it, good, whatever. But in Africa, should nobody be poor. Hate to tell you that.
True. It is true, because as we get into poverty, we know agriculture is one of the things that actually should be making us super wealthy, right? Africa should not be facing hunger. We should not be seeing children eating mosquito burgers.
Like somebody, that what Joby said, like a white man says, funny. When the colonial powers had complete control of Africa, Africa was their breadbasket. All the food was going to Europe. So they figured that, because remember, these white people are parasites. So they figured, okay, these black people getting some kind of freedom in the 6. We can't keep fighting. There's not enough of us. We kept them stupid so we can manipulate them. So that's when they start having you buy their fucking fucked up food from Europe and destroying your own agriculture in the 1960s. When they had complete control of you, all their food came out of Africa. Because Africa's always been the breadbasket of the world. So since they knew they were going to lose some sort of power, they still needed control, be parasitical. They completely destroyed the African agriculture. So you buy from them and keep them wealthy, buying their fucked up food. Because their soil. Go ahead, Joby.
They're called dominators. I love calling them dominators because these people are so merciless and brutal without they claim power. I'm here to dominate. Say that you come along, you dominate, learn how to take power, or remain being a.
They're proud about that. They're not. That's part of their culture. They don't know. You'll see them ever be ashamed about that. That's all in your history books of white people dominating and taking and stealing. They're proud of that shit 'cause that's who they are. They don't. They're not ashamed of all these statues in America about the slave master and the dominance and stealing shit. You know, got the nerve to look at you crazy that they stole every fucking thing.
Yeah, so as we get into this conversation of before I get to share this video, I don't know how many of you, shout out to everyone on Twitter, on YouTube who's joining, on Rumble, on the show page, on the TV, on BitChutes, on Spotify, and also on the radio station. I don't know how many of you did know that vanilla pods are the second most expensive spices in the world. I don't know how many of you did know that. I mean, we do have different spices coming, especially from Africa. Personally, I know the most valuable spices that are making sales, like I was sharing from the other video of agriculture, is the basils, the thymes, the
What's number one? Cocoa.
mint. I think cocoa. Let me see the first one. Let me see the first. Excuse
Most
me.
probably cocoa.
Mhm. It's saffron. Don't know. This is saffron is driven from the stigmas of crocus flower and is known for its intense earthy flavor. It's also the most expensive spice in the world, with a pound of saffron costing thousands of dollars. Okay,
I
don't know
never,
what saffron
I never
is.
heard of it.
Me too, but I'm gonna do detail. I think I've seen this. It looks familiar to me. I'll do research on this one and see. But yeah, vanilla pods are the second most expensive spices globally. So hapana ni yangu. Shona nayo hapo. Ni yangu. Yeah, so it's the second most expensive spice in the world. Shout out to Christine and Shumani over there distracting
Uh,
me. But
what they do?
no, they're distracting me, asking me if I'm gonna eat. I'm telling them yes, of course.
Right,
you know,
making that starchy ass ugali.
nah, we're doing better. We're doing better. We're trying to do better. But during this weekend, shout out to Christine. She taught me something. We spent the weekend with her, and I learned a few things from her.
What
Normally,
she
majority
teach you?
of us, yeah,
Teach you,
normally,
teach you how to wear a jumpsuit and pretend it was a dress. What?
now she's the one who has actually made me do this research on vanilla. So we do know that vanilla, the taste of vanilla. Personally, I love vanilla.
What made
Everything,
her think?
ice
What made her
cream.
think? What made her think about vanilla? Because of the cake you guys ate or something?
Yeah, it was vanilla actually. So I
Uh,
love vanilla cakes. I love vanilla yogurt, vanilla ice cream, vanilla chocolates. I love white chocolates because they do have that
okay.
vanilla. But I didn't know this shocking information. So we know the majority of us assume they come from the pods, but apparently doing much more research, and the video I'm gonna share also after I share this one, is that the flavor scientists explain that it's a myth, but understand it's not a myth. That artificial vanilla flavoring comes from the
Probably.
castoreum, castoreum extracted from a beaver castor sac. Okay,
Hmm.
and
Oh, okay. Okay, from a beaver ball sack.
yeah, ew. I mean, ew, kid. Why are you saying
I
it
don't.
like it's not ew? It's
I don't.
ew.
Is
Ew.
that real? Is that real vanilla? Is that fake vanilla you talking about? Is it real?
Real vanilla, like the taste of vanilla of everything. That's where they extract the taste from. We assume it comes from the vanilla pods, which are actually very, very expensive because a country like Madagascar does produce vanilla. We have Kenya, we have Tanzania. I can't remember the other. There are a couple of countries that are producing vanilla pods, but they are very, very expensive. So because majority
So
of the
so
people,
so it's cheaper to get it from the beaver's ball sack then.
exactly.
Right?
But that is so disgusting.
But that's what hey,
Very.
that's what they do. You wouldn't know it. That's why
Oh,
you've been eating it, sucking it down. You've been eating all kind of ball sack stuff.
not me. I believe everyone has. You've eaten ice cream before, haven't you?
I,
You
I not in a long time, but I never liked vanilla. Vanilla tastes plain to me. But it's probably a bunch of other, I probably all bunch of other flavors come from fucked up places. I've ate
uh,
I liked um
very chocolate. You like chocolate.
I like chocolate, but I like I guess it is vanilla. I like something called cookies and cream, Joey. That's my
Cookies?
favorite ice cream back in the day. It's called, you ever heard it's called cookies and cream?
Nah, not
Okay,
really.
do this real quick, Joey. Do this real quick. Do this real
Okay.
quick. Let's look up images of cookies and cream ice cream. Cookies and cream. See, boy, when you go to the third world, boy, you be missing out on all the good shit. They don't got the shit yet. It's like, God damn, I'm in the third world. They don't got shit like the regular countries. Fuck. I
No,
don't eat no more because
this one it just has Oreo. That's the
no,
Oreo.
it's cookies. It's not just Oreo, just cookies and cream. It don't have to be Oreo. Some people can make Oreos in it, but it's different kinds of cookies. It's cookies. Cookies and cream. There you go. That shit is fucking delicious. I should be addicted to that shit. I ain't in a long time. That's why my wife said, somebody let themselves go. I was eating the hell out of that shit.
I don't like. I'm not a fan of biscuit a lot, or cookies. Like I don't
Biscuit.
like anything biscuits, anything.
That's not a biscuit. That's a cookie.
I don't care anything cookie, anything that breaks, anything that's breaking, that's baked, breaking. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm not taking that. If it's not meat, if it's not meatish, nah, I'm passing. You
That was
know,
not me.
I'm passing. I'm passing as for me. Find me
Hold
eating
on,
that.
we gonna go to the store.
Mm,
I know they got to have an app or someone. We're gonna go to the store probably next week sometime. How you guys go? Everybody in there. We're gonna order a big old gallon of cookies and cream ice cream and give it to everybody in the studio and see what they say. See if they
mm,
say. See if they say what Joby say. I'm not eating this shit. We gonna see.
mm,
I know that shit's in Africa by now. I
mm.
know it.
I know it has vanilla, so I'm kind of conscious.
It has vanilla. The ice cream is vanilla.
I'm conscious of that, you know. But shout out to Jiba Jaba Karibu Sana. Hope you're doing amazing. Welcome. We're talking about got us on the conversation of the vanilla
I
making
bet.
and how it is
I bet
made.
if I gave her some Popeyes biscuits, she'd eat that shit to my. Nah, this
Of
guy.
course, come on.
Eat
You
the whole
know,
thing with the chicken. Like,
you eat Popeyes. You just say eat Popeyes, you know. It's the chicken, it's the meat. So start to
all
Jiba
right.
Jaba. Let me know, did you know that vanilla essence, or not vanilla essence, but the vanilla is produced from beaver sac?
I beaver ball sack. I'm sure you didn't know that. Who the hell would know that, Joe?
Christine knew that. So let me share this.
Christine knew that? Oh, wait. Christine knew that?
Yeah, that's why I did this in this research because
Oh,
it was
she been
interesting.
Christine has been eating a lot of vanilla ice cream and studying beaver ball sack.
I bet she has been literally. I
The
bet.
world's second most expensive spice.
Valeur ny vanille izay hitantsika eto amin'ity toeran'ity androany dia manodidina ny 2,380,000 euro.
And the East African island of Madagascar produces roughly 80% of the global supply.
Yeah, African island full of Africans. Now you got Indians over there. The Indians invaded, then the white man took it over. Now I bet you the Africans don't got no control of that shit.
Yep.
Sila sa flare. Sila sa gusto ng lavan.
Only then will a vanilla bean or pod grow. Inside are the seeds and oils used in popular desserts. But Madagascar is still one of the poorest countries in the world.
Exactly.
Of course.
The most second expensive spice globally, but majority of the Madagascar people are in poverty. The same thing, because if you look at its production, actually, they're saying that the biggest producer of vanilla is Madagascar with 2,900 tons, followed by Indonesia with 23 tons, China with 885. Then we have Mexico and Papua New Guinea, and there are only 15 countries in the world that produce vanilla itself. That is the vanilla pods. And in Africa, we have Madagascar, Comoros, we have Uganda, we have Tanzania, we have Kenya, and other African countries that are not mentioned. We have South Africa, Zimbabwe. But if you look at all these countries, majority, actually, a country like Uganda, where do you see farming active? People are eating mosquito burgers. Why? Why isn't anyone focusing on vanilla pods production or processing and
They
all
probably
that?
they probably know how much it's worth, Joby. I told you the ignorance that they kept Africans under. They don't know the worth of the shit.
Exactly. And you find even most of the people don't even know what that is. Because personally, I'm a good example of, I love the way I learned. I'm a good example of learning the benefits of the green, uh, the green cultural vegetables that
Yeah.
we grew up giving to cows, literally, because there's some weeds we used to give to cows and they produce crazy milk. I didn't know that actually also a breastfeeding mother needed to eat this same food when cooked. So I came to learn this actually after I grew up. So in most cases, African people do not know even the kind of things we have, even if they grew up
They
naturally.
used to know it, Joby. Through colonization, that information been taken away from you because you got a European system that wanted to keep you ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're
True.
dealing with mad ignorance in Africa. Not that they didn't know. The African knew all this shit before the white man showed up. That
That
stuff's
is
been
true.
taken away from them.
That is true. Let me continue. John Mosquito Karibu Sana, hope you're doing amazing. Let me know how was your weekend and
He was
where
busy. He was busy. See, Jim Mosquito knew about that vanilla. He's been busy in England taking beavers and licking on their ball sack to get the vanilla, literally.
yeah,
Ball sack.
John Mosquito, did you know the vanilla taste of vanilla comes from not vanilla pods, but from a beaver sack?
A
A
beaver ball sack.
beaver ball sack, literally. Imagine how disgusting.
Volatility of the vanilla prices. This bust and boom creates such a toxic environment there.
Farmers can earn more when the price of vanilla is high, but rampant inflation often follows, and the big bucks attract thieves who attack farmers and steal crops.
Attack the farmers and steal the shit instead of growing your own shit.
Everyone
Crazy.
is trying to survive, it's everyone is trying to
Today,
survive.
farmers arm themselves to defend their vanilla.
Ny ologno mpamboly
That defend you because you got morons who don't know how to grow shit.
ratsy ny fiainana satria sisy raha manidy-bola aminazy.
Farmers can plunge into extreme poverty when prices are low. The government has tried to stabilize the price, but it's backfired. And now global customers are turning to other countries for cheaper vanilla. As locals
Exactly.
fight to protect Madagascar's
You can't
green gold,
overprice
they
yourself
worry
out
how
the
much
market, stupid. You gotta keep it. You gotta keep the price competitive. And now you can't just have these high prices. And the African don't never understand competition. Just make it high without the money. Then you'll go out of business. I mean, you price yourself out of business. Good.
more they, the land, and this crop can take.
Isan'andro zany ny halaviran'ny lalagna imboako avy amin'ny tanàna mandeha amin'ny volanaha eo amin'ny 2 kilometra.
Razafin Salama grew up on a vanilla farm.
See,
And 7
speaking
years
of that
ago,
damn
he bought this
Indian.
hectare of
See,
land
them
for
Indians
himself.
invaded Madagascar years ago.
Vanilla is an orchid that grows on a vine.
Hitantsika eto zany ny fandehan'ny vahitry tahony lavany. Izy zany mandady mirorogno ambany.
And it grows best in this rainforest environment, where there's plenty of rain and sunlight. But vanilla isn't native to Madagascar. It's actually from 10,000 miles away, in Central and South America. Indigenous groups like the Totonacs and later the Aztecs cultivated native vanilla for centuries.
Yeah, the Aztecs in Mexico.
Orchid bees are needed to pollinate.
And it wasn't them, and the Aztecs were Africans, guys. All Mexican Aztecs came from Africa. Okay, that culture is African in Mexico.
Fruit, or that pod, to grow. After Hernan Cortez conquered the Aztecs, he brought vanilla back to Spain in the 1520s.
Came in and conquered them, killed them,
It became popular across Europe in desserts like ice cream, creme brulee, and sweetmeats, which Queen Elizabeth I loved. Except the Spanish still controlled the trade. So, hoping to get in on the market, other European countries tried cultivating vanilla on their own, but they didn't have that bee. so their vanilla vines wouldn't produce any fruit. Then in 1841, on the French-controlled island of Reunion, a 12-year-old boy figured out an answer. Edmund Albius discovered that the orchid could pollinate itself if he moved aside the membrane separating the male and female parts. Albius was born into slavery, but even after he was freed in 1848...
Always a black person that has to actually save them because they try to figure
out... All your inventions, Joby, always come from black people. And then black people don't never get the money. White people come in and steal your damn shit and build a company and make billions of dollars off the shit you done. And you never know it was black people that did it.
True.
It's like the first plane is a black man, not the white people. First car, it's a black man, not white people.
And died in poverty 32 years later.
They told you he died in poverty. I told you he's gonna die in poverty, Joby. And the French took it and make millions of dollars from it. You goofy nigga, you die in poverty like all you niggas.
After them trying to figure out a way until he figure out a way, and then they make him die of poverty, you know?
And started growing vanilla on the French-ruled island right next door, Madagascar. It thrived here because the growing conditions were perfect.
The weather.
Today, in towns like Razafin Salamas, almost everyone works in the vanilla industry. And they still hand-pollinate every orchid, just like Albius did nearly 200 years ago. Each flower blooms for just one day a year.
Izy koa fa halery asa fleran'ny lavany dia tsy maintsy fatsika ohatran'izao zegny ampiasaigna andeha hanariagna fleran'ny lavany. Raha atao meky zany fleur po mety ho simba. Tsy atao mafy izay. Vita zany ny fleur.
Razafin Salama works alone and can pollinate up to 500 orchids a day. It takes about 9 months for a pod to grow. The price of this vanilla bean has skyrocketed in recent years due to rising demand and the destruction of crops by cyclones. In 2018, vanilla hit a high of nearly $600 per kilo, more than the value of silver. It's since dropped to $250 a kilo, but that's still a lot. And those prices are really attractive to thieves.
Maharegny lavany lafo vidy dia lasa mivadiky ny lohany mangalatra.
So many farmers in the region are arming themselves and patrolling their fields at night, when thieves usually strike. Thieves stole 20 kilograms of farmer Berlin Ronery's harvest, leaving his vines bare.
Damn.
Yeah. This is what I'd say lack of how our lands were taken away from us, lack of information of farming, lack
True.
of passing knowledge to each other, because I don't
Exactly.
need to pass in your compound. If you can pass me the same vanilla pod seeds, teach me how to farm, make me
Exactly.
grow in my compound and make me earn some money out of that. Why would I come back into your farm again?
Exactly, Joby.
Because that's how Africans used to survive, even when it came to the indigenous seeds. Like, you have maize again. I love using that. You have the beans. We're going to come exchange. I'm going to give you maize because today, maybe this season, I did a lot of maize and you have beans. I want to produce beans. So we're going to exchange. You produce the beans. I produce the maize. And the next time we have equality, literally. Because you had the most last season. Now you planted something different that you didn't have. I had something different last season, but now I have plenty of what I didn't have last time because we shared. Sadly, Africans, we have to learn all that again.
Tegna miamby, voatiry an-tegna tafy mampiasa.
Nanomboka tamin'tao zao, nizaha reto sabotsy sy ny basikely reto. Ko indesiko iarovako ny tenako sy ny fanagnako.
In 2018, officials estimated 10% of the year's harvest was lost to theft.
Ito zany tragno anaha. Tragno fambolagna fitaova, sady tsy ampiasagna lavany.
He often sleeps out here overnight.
Lasa miasa aloha lava zany amin'ny fiambiasagna azy satria mpangalatra.
I sleep outside because I don't want to be sucking on goddamn beaver ball sack to make my money.
Exactly.
And because farmers only get one vanilla harvest annually,
Oh, only one annually. So you impoverished if you don't. Yeah, one a year. Shit, that's too brutal.
some of the thieves are actually children, driven to steal because of poverty.
Exactly.
They were held in overcrowded and unhygienic prisons in the northeast of the country for years without trial. Farmers have started branding their vanilla beans with identifying codes, making the crops easier to track if they do get stolen. Another protective measure?
That is such a hard work. Oh my God. So I have to go from door to door, village to village, clan to clan, trying to look for my seeds out, how I mark them. It's crazy. That is some hard work. I could use that plenty of time to produce something different, but now I have to go track. Oh my God. Nah.
I give up that vanilla shit. I be farming different shit. It's just too hard, but it's too hard for that shit.
Pick their beans before they're completely ripe to beat thieves to harvest.
And so the quality goes down a lot.
This year, Raza Finsalama was able to wait until his beans were completely mature. Farmers have to move quickly because the pods start fermenting immediately once they're picked. They pack the vanilla pods in 40-pound bags. And haul the loads for miles along dirt roads to the market.
They don't got no roads. The motherfuckers ain't built no roads. Man, that third world living like that shit rough, Jack. They ain't got no roads to get shit to market. That's why you're impoverished. You haven't built no infrastructure. Your infrastructure sucks. You can't do agriculture because your infrastructure is horrible.
Mm-hmm. There's not even motorbikes. They have to walk. Oh my God.
Ah, man, shit. Now, my feet all fucked up with the back. Now, working about somebody knocking me in my head, stealing my vanilla.
Middlemen called commissionaire bought these beans in their raw green state, and they held a lot of negotiating power over the farmers since the beans spoiled quickly.
The middlemen are definitely making a lot more money. They can kind of tell people whatever price they want.
So some years, farmers walk away happy. In other years, they can barely make ends meet.
Yeah. I have heard farmers say things like, you have to have courage to plant vanilla because it may not be worth it at the end. You may not get anything.
Nowadays, Raza Finsalama sells his pods directly to a cooperative called Sahanala. Sahanala representatives check the bean quality and the brand on the bean and pay the farmers directly in cash, cutting out the middleman and promising a consistent price. Today, Raza Finsalama earns about $17 for a kilo of raw green vanilla.
Wow.
All that labor and you broke to the motherfucker. Fuck that.
$17 doesn't even sound like nothing, goddamn.
That's nothing. That's that shit Demore's talking about. That's that bullshit old Demore. Where you do all that hard work, that damn shit he talking about, because it's not scale. It's the poverty mindset. Kid, I got my beehives. I get $2 back for $1. Demore, what you're doing is not worth shit. I'm not doing that goofy shit. You'll be broke. It ain't nothing. All that hard work, you broke as fuck, Joby.
Thousands of workers across Madagascar.
I'm good.
Your back aching, your neck aching, your fingers are.
Then you gotta split it with your family. So everybody got $2 for damn 6 months worth of work.
And you have school fees, you have, because I was seeing, in a country like Malawi right now, because of the poverty, because of drought, Malawians are using now the rotten bananas to make wine out of it. Wine.
Joby, you'll do anything to get fucked up when your life's fucked up.
I was watching that documentary of the Malawians, and this lady was like, man, this is the only means of me living. I can't even talk about school fees because I'm earning like $2 a day. So what do you mean I need to talk about school fees or even anything else right here? And I was like, yeah, lady, you understand. because majority of the Africans, they're gonna go extra hard because they want their children to go to school. They have medical problems. They need to be, keeping themselves also, on check. Like you have the bills to pay, you have rent due. Yo.
But even these large operations still have to protect against thieves.
Raha ny valeurany vanille izay hitantsika eto amin'ity toeran'ity androany dia manodidina ny 2 380 000 euro.
The facility has electric fences, surveillance cameras, and private security patrolling at night.
Anisany antony mahatonga zany fepetra rehetra noraisina iarovana ny lavania ny asarobidiny sy ny valeurany.
But it'll still be another 3 months of painstaking work before the vanilla is export ready.
Damn, what else they got?
First, workers have to sort the beans by quality and size. Next, they wash each bean to remove any impurities. Then the beans get dunked in hot water to release the compound vanillin. That's what creates the distinct vanilla flavor.
Nefa izy manjary tsy mangitry zegny izy ka tsy aroka amin'ny rano mafana zegny.
Yeah, so basically you won't feel the flavor until it's dipped on hot water, hot boiling water. But I'll share the rest of the remaining documentary or video. It's just a few minutes left. I want to share the next one about the beaver annual juice now. Like, what do you mean? Like, because they're calling it the beaver annual juice. Like, it's the beaver annual juice for real. You know, that booty juice that shout to Big Cheese he keeps talking about. This is the real booty juice right here. Because what have we been taking? Like, for real, for real. It's super, super insane. But shout out to Jibajaba. He says, just give me some chocolate. I'm good. But only one ball, it gives me gas. Okay. Personally, I'm not really a fan of chocolate that much. I like white chocolate, not the brown chocolate. I don't like me chocolate that much. But I also see Jibajaba says, oh yeah, I knew that one, beaver balls. That's why you got to watch the artificial flavoring.
Flavors, that's right.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I didn't know you knew that. But I also see you saying, fun fact, vanilla blooms at the same time worldwide. I did a report on it in high school. Wow, nice. Okay.
That's why you knew. You're a weirdo, you're a weirdo just like Christine. Just looking up crazy shit.
He also says, but cool hairstyle. Thank you so much. It reminds you of the throwback high school. Thank you.
You know what, Joe? I was laughing about the hairstyle too, Jibba Jabba. It looks like Joey's got a Jerry curl.
Nah, I don't got that. I don't got that shit. No, pass me with that. I don't want to be looking crazy. He also says that he also says maybe you can't trade vanilla for moonshine and be profitable. I know. No, I know that for real. And this is why these people majority have not been taught even so you can see even when they take it to the market, the negotiation between the buyer and them being the sellers, they end up majority of the times losing because the buyer understands the value more than you do, you know. And when they take them to now where the processing company before it's exported and all that, they're gonna sell it even much more at a much more higher price than what you got, and you are the producer literally. So I mean, what are you gaining? What is the profit right here? Which market is growing for you right here? Because it's supposed to help you even acquire much more lands to increase your production. The more you produce, the more you're selling. This should give you and generate money to get you another land to start farming.
Exactly.
You know, so it's crazy. But I also see Jiba says, we are please talking about this. She talking it with smirk. I understand that, but you're also saying that banana moonshine is tasty. So I'm told. Lol, the white boys up here make it. Okay, I've never had that. I'm not trying that. Pass me with the rotten banana. Hell no. Okay, nah, I'm not having that. I'd rather have me the traditional alcohol I've ever had was of the what is it called? The honey traditional. Even that was Dimori was talking about it some time back here. Like there's the traditional honey, which is boiled. I had it when I was very young. I stole some because I was very curious. So I didn't know it was alcohol. So don't judge me, please. But I also see he says, after all that hard work, you couldn't give me only vanilla to eat. I know. This is why you see majority of them end up even dying in poverty. Because you find like the young man we've seen him talk about how he has to sleep at night watching his farm so that the thieves cannot steal. Despite you sleeping all the night watching your farm, you're not still gaining much more profit because you do not understand the market more than majority of those who run the markets. You know, the market understands you. You do not understand the market, literally. It is crazy. But let me share this very quickly as we get to move on.
Beaver butts emit goo used for vanilla. That's what comes up in the Google search for vanilla flavoring. Knowing what I know about vanilla, I was suspicious of such a claim. But castoreum is a trending topic that keeps coming up. The Food Babe made a video on it back in 2013. Jamie Oliver brought it up on a late night talk show back in 2011.
It comes from basically rendered beaver anal gland. It's in cheap sort of strawberry syrups and vanilla ice cream. And if you like that stuff, next time you put it in your mouth, just think of anal gland.
This has been going around for a while. If your takeaway is, I should avoid imitation vanilla because it's probably made from nasty beaver juice, I wouldn't blame you, but it's probably not that simple. More information never hurt anybody, so let's take a closer look. Castoreum is a liquid secreted...
This is disgusting. I mean, look at this shit, you guys. What the heck is that?
But you've been eating it, Joby, and you said it was delicious. You said it was delicious all in your stomach.
I'm gonna stop because I can't stand that. Oh my god, this is disgusting. This is poop in your face.
From the castor sacs of beavers excreted with urine to help mark its territory.
But urine too? God damn, why people make all kind of disgusting shit?
Stories around castoreum reference Fenaroli's Handbook of Flavor Ingredients. Sounds like a Hogwarts textbook.
Of course.
And it reports about 292 pounds of castoreum products consumed annually. And these numbers are from a survey by the National Academy of Sciences in tandem with the FDA, so these numbers are probably only for the United States. And it does say it's just an estimate based on some reported data. So where is castoreum used? There are a few liquors that proudly admit to using it, but most of the time, castoreum is listed under generic natural flavor in labels, so it's hard to say. While the handbook suggests baked goods, puddings, ice creams, and candy,
damn, all of your baked goods. See, that's what Shemina ate on her birthday, all kind of ball sack juice.
That for sure uses castoreum.
You're not doing that
to my
again.
surprise, the reported consumption only dates back to the 1980s. This data is over 30 years out of date. I tried finding some newer figures. There are surveys that have been done since then, but they must be exclusive to industry insiders or something like that, because I couldn't find anything public after lots of Google searching. Maybe I'm just really bad at research. I'm not a journalist, I just play one on the internet. But when it comes to vanilla extract and flavoring, I think we're safe. I'm pretty confident that there isn't any beaver butt juice inside.
There is beaver butt. That's why I disagree with him, because I went deep into the article.
He know there's beaver butt juice in there.
I went so deep into the articles, and I was shook. Like, I was so shook. Like, what? Because I had to even look at the image. What is a beaver? Like, maybe I'm the one who doesn't understand.
Nobody didn't know what a beaver was. Shit.
Yeah, I'm like, what the heck? An animal and it shits, and that's what we. Oh my, nah. I'm okay. But I'm not shocked. I'm not really surprised that much, because we've seen Bill Gates, and Melinda Foundation. But to be specific, Bill Gates talking about how they are transforming poop into water now, urine into water too.
Yeah, they want you to drink shit water.
So I'm not shook. As much as I'm shook, I was shook because personally I love vanilla so much. So that made me question, what have I been eating all my life? Because You see, there's some yogurts when you look at them.
Where you guys take your deliveries at? Down here, but what you got? I'm tasting you talk to, so what you got?
There's some ice cream when you take, or maybe some yogurt when you take, you'll see the vanilla pods visible, like you'll see them. But still, this is not gonna make me
Here
believe
you
that.
guys is fast. It's Friday.
Huh? Oh, okay. That is Kid talking on the other end. Let me mute him over there. But I think it says, no, Jibba says, a white man came up with that plane with the beaver nuts. Of course, you can say that is in 1987. Information that is literally, and even probably past all that, because white people are crazy. White people are just psychopaths, crazy. They'll do anything. Like, these people will try everything. Didn't you hear a kid telling me the other day on Friday on my show, they came to Africa and asked Africans, you prefer sleeping with the women? You mean you don't prefer sleeping with kids? What kind of a psychopathic question is that?
That's what they said. That's what they asked.
Zimbabwe also says they're always digging in animals. I know. It doesn't say, if your dog ass stinks, you poop its anal glands. No cap, Joby. Music says I have beavers the woods near me. Can you loan me? Can you loan me $200 so I can get into the beaver butt juice market? Hell no. I'm about to kill people. I'm not even supporting that business. You've been killing people. They've been killing us slowly, messing up with our health. Like, I wonder, like, what was it? Is it the smell, or did they want us to be fucked up in a way? I'm just like, what's the reason behind coming up, seeing that the beaver and ball, whatever, smells better than a vanilla pond? This is just so crazy. I mean, white people are crazy. So this means they even had time to go smelling on different animals. They have time, like, to smell on different animals, shit, to see the kind of sense, flavor it can add on this food. Like,
but what they wanted to do is cheaper. They wanted to make it cheaper, so for them it's better. So they don't have to pay anybody for nothing, and it's cheaper. So they don't. For them, everything is artificial because they're artificial people. They don't believe in any natural nothing. So that's why they don't get. That's why they don't never get. They don't never feel bad when they tell you about all these fake flavors and shit and all these. Everything for them is always fake. Everything is fake. Everything's all. Every time you read your packages, you're not supposed to eat ice cream, but everything for them is artificial. Read down at your pack. Everything's not real. Nothing's fucking real. Everything's artificial. This, artificial that, artificial this, artificial that. And last thing I was drinking artificial was them sodas. Ain't nothing real in no fucking soda. That's just all artificial fucking chemistry. It's like somebody making a chemistry drink on your ass. It's all garbage. Like, God.
The soda is messed up. I'm not even trusting the sodas we have in Africa anymore. I'm a lover of Fanta so much. Like, I'm a lover.
That's the same place. So Fanta's Coca-Cola. It's all garbage.
Amen. You drink that shit, you're like drinking a juice cola. You guys know juice cola, right? Like, you're just drinking some chemical, just liquid chemical. Like, you don't feel the taste, nothing natural about it. Nothing totally nothing totally natural about it. It is crazy. Even their Bible ain't real. I mean, what about even them themselves? They ain't real. Come on,
the Bible. So fuck. Bible's nothing but a slave book. Go read. I think if all them passages can do what kind of fucked up God is tell you. I mean, you got so many passages. Sounds like white guy did on TikTok. I've been said that. So many passages tell you to be a slave, love being a slave. It's okay to be a slave. Everybody, if you're a slave, you're a slave. That guy like 30 passages said, what kind of God is this? Because it ain't God. What kind of God is this? It's okay to be a slave and be all fucked up. What kind of God is this?
Happy are the poor. That is the kind of God we have.
Happy are the poor, happy are the enslaved. You're supposed to be enslaved. Obey your masters all the time. Obey your master. If your master beats you, it's okay, but still obey him if he beats you. What kind of dumbass God is this? Yeah,
It is insane. But as we come to the end of today's show, I see Jiba says Fanta is Coke rebranded for the Nazi in World War II.
exactly. That's exactly what it was. It was Coke rebranded. Exactly, rebranded because they couldn't sell it in Germany because they were fighting Hitler. So since they're evil, all they did was rebrand it and name it Fanta. Exactly like Fanta Orange, Fanta Grape, Fanta. Exactly. It's Coca-Cola, actually. Exactly what it is. That's how evil they are. They're supposed to be fighting these people. But they decided to rename it so they can sell the shit to the people. So they can still sell that shit to them. That's how the name Fanta came up.
I have control of you no matter what. That is it. I still control you even if you think this is a different brand. You still eat my shit.
All right. How wicked these motherfuckers are.
I feel like that lady, that movie. You still eat my shit. You know?
Oh yeah. But she baked in a pie. Said, this is good. This is good. He said, that's right. You know what you're doing, right? No, what? You eat my shit. What? What? You eat my shit.
Literally. That's what they have done. But as we come to the end of today's show, thank you so much, Jiba Jabba. Shout out to John Mosquito.
I don't think there's gonna be any we could have went long. I don't think there's gonna airtime to make it in, right? I don't think it's gonna be no what's the name of that show? Hopping show. Nah. Yeah. Now let me tell you something. You're gonna get mad at me saying this because everything's supposed to be private, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You know how women always got smoke for other women, but never. I'm doing it coding. How women got smoke for other women, but never men. They always got a whole lot of smoke for women. And Joey should be able to read through the lines what I'm talking about here. I know you don't know what I'm saying, Jibba Jabba. Women have smoke for other women who do wrong. Okay, kind of wrong. But they never have smoke for the men who do 10 times as wrong. I always notice that. As I'm going to say, Jim, because if I say names, Joe will get mad. I'm just going to keep it like that. I know you're like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Keith.
I don't even know what he's talking about still. You guys, I don't know.
Okay.
No idea. I want to hear nothing, okay?
I told you.
I want to hear nothing, okay? Nothing.
She don't want to hear nothing. She got a Jerry curl on. She don't want to hear you bastards. Joey got a sexy Jerry curl.
Much love, family. See you guys. Happy birthday to Danny Talks, by the way. Today is his birthday. And of course, thank you so much to everyone who has tuned in. Shout out to Jiba, John Mosquito, Chris Lowry, Keith, thank you. To everyone who has been on Rumble, on BitChute, on the show page, on the TV, on the radio. Thank you so much. And to those who shall be catching this on a replay, hope you guys get to enjoy. Peace.
Never sees me. Baraka vile nimepata brothers kwa mziki. Nothing in this life can compare to the music. Mradi ile kufanya vitu futuristic. Niache nyinyi mnashindwa niko bera bila